Kathy Pickford, Brookside Drive. I am for drilling if it's done under the right conditions. I do not own mineral rights for anything.
Bring it down.
I do not own any mineral rights anywhere. I do not own the mineral rights under my own home, but I know what's under my home is a coal mine, which can collapse at any minute. Now, we have no ordinance on the coal mines that are sitting within the township. And most of the homes in Cecil Township are sitting on copper coal mines. And I just think there should be a happy medium. It needs to be reasonable. If we're allowing all these housing plans to go in, we have to allow for that in the township base, but we also have to allow for the businesses to be able to come into the base. It can be done healthy to the welfare of the people, but you have to do a happy medium. You can't just say, well, oh no, we don't want it, and just forget about it. There's a lot to consider, and I just ask that you take your time and go over, review it, and don't go with information you find on Google, because I've done research on Google, and half of it is wrong. But research through proper channels, and I know they keep bringing up South Fayette. I don't live in South Fayette. We don't have the same land span that they have. We don't have the businesses they have. So to me, that's comparing apples and oranges. We have to do what's best for Cecil Township and Cecil Township alone. And I ask that you just take your time and find a consensus medium so that everybody can live with what decisions you make.
Josh Stilmark, 40 North Macaulay. I was going to speak, but like a lot of other residents here, I was kind of compelled to after hearing some of the comments. So first of all, thank you very much. I know this is a monumental decision. You're investing a lot of your own time into this, and I just want to thank you for putting this together. So just a couple notes. There's been some mention about hearing what the industry has to say about moving forward, how we write these policies. Quite frankly, I really don't care what the industry has to say. You really need to look at the residents here, and first and foremost, protect them. Protect all the residents, their health and well-being, and the leaseholders, so that they're getting what they're owed in a safe way. So both sides need to be protected. And while we can't, there's a study going on right now about the cancer cluster. The results probably, most likely, won't be available to you before you make a decision. But there is data that we can use now, such as blast radius of a failed well site. That's well within 500 feet. So you can use these data points to make a decision. And lastly, my life now consists of buying a Geiger counter to go outside and test the radioactivity of my backyard because the well site is so close to my house. I bought an air quality monitor that I look at several times a day. I'm scared when my kids go outside now, to be quite honest with you. So the point I just want to emphasize is please, when you're making a decision, please focus on the safety and well-being of the residents. Thank you.
My name is Tracy Saber. I live in Windsor Woods, the Scarbese patio homes. I wasn't going to speak tonight, but I decided to come up here because you said you wanted to hear from the residents. And I guess I'm in the minority in this room. I don't want fracking anywhere near where I live. I don't think there's enough health studies to support that it's not detrimental to your health. And until those studies have been produced, I don't want to see fracking 500 feet. I don't want to see it 10,000 feet from my home. And so I'm asking you to do the responsible thing of putting a moratorium on drilling until you can be assured that the residents of this community are not going to be impacted health-wise by drilling and fracking in this community. Thank you.
Anyone else who would like to speak this evening? Any comments by the board members? Okay. Oh, sorry, yes.
Okay, I just didn't want to jump in anybody else.
No, sorry about that.
So again, my name's Lois Bauer Bjornson, and I do live in Scenery Hill, and I'm with Clean Air Council, and I'm speaking, and actually as an impacted resident, my home's surrounded by 38 well pads. The closest is 1,000 feet from my home. My children have had health impacts from this. I'm the girl that gives the tours. I would love for you to come out and see the other side of oil and gas. I have friends that work in industry. I have friends that have been severely impacted by industry. I've noticed some people in the room that I have invited out on tours that have not taken me up on it. I'm not really sure why. Again, I hear this from a lot of the residents in the room, and I do work with some residents here. The sad thing that I see is I see this divide, this constant divide. It's money, 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 jobs, jobs, jobs. And as we all know, industry is on decline right now. And I can show you the other side of it as well. I think that's one of the saddest things is the divide that I see within communities. I hear people snickering when people are talking about children that have been sick and dying, and laugh and giggle and things like that. It's really unfortunate. I implore you to please come and visit some of the communities that I've worked in that have had an extreme lack of zoning or no zoning, and that were targeted directly because of that. And the industry ran all over them. And then I get phone calls and say, what can I do? And so we're backing up and we're behind the 8 ball. So again, please listen to your residents and remember your responsibility as a board. And please take into consideration their health and their well-being, and it will eventually affect you as well. And come and see the other side. Thank you.